Pilates with weights. Grab yourself some weights, roll your shoulders back, stand in neutral, spreading the toes and pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Take a breath. On your next in-breath, raise your arms to chest height and then out to shoulder height for forward and sideward raises. Inhale as you bring the arms forwards, exhale as you bring them down, and inhale as you take the arms outwards and exhale as you bring them down, ensuring that you are standing tall and your belly button is pulled in towards your spine. Start to feel the arms really firing up. Then extend the arms out to the side, flip the palms, circle about 10 circles each way, keeping the shoulders down, keeping the tummy pulled in and the spine as still and stable as possible. Ouch. Flip the palms in for bugs, open the arms out like wings, bringing the weights back down towards the hips and the pelvis. Inhale to open, exhale to close, ensuring that you're lifting up through your elbows and keeping the shoulders down. Then bring the weights opposite the chest for the hug. Imagine you're hugging a beach ball. Inhale to open the arms, exhale to close. Make sure you're hugging so there's something circular in front of you and you're closing your arms around it like a hug. Lifting up through the elbows, yet keeping the shoulders down and relaxed. A couple more. And then give me a side bend. Reaching one arm down the leg as the other arm simultaneously reaches upwards, stretching out those deep intercostal muscles around your waist and preparing for our core exercises. Now, step yourself on your mat, legs hip width apart, neutral spine, slowly start to roll down through your spine. When you get to the floor, stand your weights up and look straight ahead. Looking ahead on the in-breath, squeezing the shoulders down the spine to feel a stretch. And then just tucking the chin and rounding down. Pop your weights to one side for the moment, shake the arms out and slowly and carefully walk down the mat. Coming down onto hands and knees and into a cat stretch. Inhaling as you look up, exhaling as you round the spine up to the ceiling, hugging the belly button inwards and upwards. Rest back into child's pose, making sure you stretch the arms to give the shoulders a good stretch. Take a pause. And now we move on to our exercises. So that should have got you warmed up. Bring your legs to the front of the mat, scoot your feet forwards, and you need your weights again. So just reaching for your weights. This is bicep curls. So tuck the elbows in towards the ribs. As you uncurl the biceps, you're going into a half roll back. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you tip back. Think about tipping back into a C-shaped spine. Add a leg stretch for an added challenge, lengthening the leg away from you. Keep your elbows pinned towards your ribs and keep your rib cage moving downwards towards your hips. Your belly button should be pulled in. Try a few more. Well done. Open your knees, shoulder press. Take your arms out to the side like a cactus and then press both hands up towards the ceiling, trying to keep the arms near the ears. This is great for upper back mobility and strength. It will help to strengthen your postural muscles in your shoulders. Keep your spine as tall as possible and sit up tall on the sit bones. Close the knees, bring the arms in front, slowly peeling down through each vertebra of your spine. Step your feet towards you. Flip your palms in and bring the knees up into tabletop for an added challenge. On the in-breath, open the arms out like wings. On the out-breath, close above the chest. Bringing the knees up above the hips gives the core an added challenge. Make sure your lower back is pressed into the mat. The arms aren't completely straight, the wrists almost touch the floor but not quite. Keep your elbows soft and think about opening the chest. Flip your palms forwards and take your arms back over your head. Curl up, shoulders down, in breath, float the arms back. Out breath to curl up. As your arms float back, make sure your rib cage doesn't pop up, keep the ribs down. Drop the shoulders. Lengthen the arms forwards. This is great for your upper abs. For an added challenge, let's think about lifting the knees up above the hips. Shoulders stay down. And then stretch one leg forwards as you curl up. Inhale back. Exhale, opposite leg reaches forwards. Remember the ribs, don't let them pop up. Now we stay here and we just switch the legs. The upper body is static. We're using the weights to drop the shoulders down. We're pressing the ribs downwards and scooping the tummy in to stabilize the trunk. A few more for me. And then relax. Relax. Bring your knees up and float your knees to the right as you open the left arm out. Make sure the knees are together. It's just a single arm opening now. Your head stays still. Use the weight as a counterbalance so you can encourage the knees to go a little bit further over to the side. You're twisting from the lower part of your trunk, so the belly button downwards. Inhale to center, exhale to open. Have a rest, just for a second, and we go into bicycle. So I want you to reach your arms forwards, bicycle the arms and legs together. Try about 8 forwards, keeping the movements long and strong. And then go backwards. Again, scooping the legs up, pressing the ribs down towards the hips. And take a pause. Good work. Here's a nice one, the bridge, feet down. Just roll the weights away from you just to encourage the shoulders to come down. Feet are flat. And then tuck under and slowly lift up into your bridge. Inhale at the top and then exhale to slowly and carefully peel the spine down to the floor as if it were a sticker. Unpeeling the spine and peeling the spine back down. So we're going to add on a couple of challenges to the bridge. The first one is to put the weights on your thighs. So when you come up, you can take your weights and place them on your thighs, just for added resistance. And try a couple of bridges with the weights on the thighs. Still tucking, still unpeeling, still breathing, connecting breath and movement. And then hold your bridge and just pulse your hips up and down, working with your glutes, the glutes being the butt. Hold your bridge and then scissor your arms. The palms are facing inwards and you maintain that strength with the lower body while simultaneously scissoring the arms. Try not to let the arms or the weights touch the floor. Squeeze your butt. And then peel down slowly. Stretch the body out, ready to roll up. So we take an in-breath to lift the head, out-breath to roll up. Chest forwards, arms reach, and then I want you to row for 4. 3, 2, 1. Reach the arms forwards, drop the shoulders, peel down, keeping the arms lifted and the weights up. Try that again. Add the row, so unpeel the spine, tuck your chin, come into that C-shaped spine and row for 4. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Just bring yourself up to seated. Roll the shoulders a little and we bend the knees. So back to the weights and the core. Grab your weights, put them just slightly away from the chest, not on the chest, just away. Half roll back and you're going to twist round using both weights to rotate the torso. The legs shouldn't move much. And you should be initiating the twist from the waist and the belly button. Use the weights to keep your shoulders down. Open the knees and transition into the hug. Try and keep the head balanced over the pelvis. The spine is tall, and you're using your core muscles now to keep the spine still and stable. Squeeze the elbows. Roll down to transition back down on your mat. Keep your arms uplifted. We'll just use the weights to keep the legs still as we circle. Right leg lifts and we circle about 5 circles each way. The weights are purely staying still, and you're using the weights as a challenge, so you don't have your arms on the floor, you've got them lifted, and the weights are trying to keep the shoulders back. 5 circles each way, pressing the tailbone down, pulling the tummy in. Try the other leg, slide out the leg you've just worked, pick up your opposite leg and circle. 5 each way. Keeping the weights and the arms as still and stable as possible, and drawing your belly button into your spine. Well done. Just a few more. Keep your leg outstretched. Take a pause, palms flip forwards. Lower the arms down. And prepare for scissors. Kick one leg up, reach the arms forward, scissor the legs for 10. 9. Drop your shoulders down. If you can't manage scissors, try some toe taps instead. Roll up. Give us a row for 4. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Put your weights down for a second and just transition over onto hands and knees. We have just one more exercise left here. Find a neutral spine on all fours. So a couple of cat stretches should do the trick, neutral being in the middle. Try and take both weights in the right hand and see if you can do this with your left leg extended and lifted for a challenge. You're going to keep the elbow close to the ribs and row the arm. Elbow points to the ceiling, and the weights and the knuckles briefly tap the floor. Keep the spine as still as possible. Transition into a thread the needle for the shoulder. Reach the other arm overhead, take a pause, and a couple of breaths before we try the same exercises on the other side. So find your neutral again. Take your weights in your left hand. You've got the option of extending the right leg, lifting it, and then row. Keep your upper body strong and stable. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. Squeeze your bottom as well. The glutes are really good for assisting with balance. Take an inhale, lift the arm up, and take a thread the needle on the opposite side, extending the other arm up and overhead. Thread the needle is a great stretch for your shoulders after doing any work with the weights. And then when you're ready, just slowly come up onto all fours, grip your toes and maybe press back into a downward facing dog. Walking the hands slowly towards the feet, shaking it out, and then rolling slowly up through your spine, pulling your tummy in. Shoulders back and down, standing up as tall as you can.